Guys, we're in Sheffield for 2021 Britain's Strongest Man. This is Liz's behind the scenes video, so I don't know why she's even asking me to do an intro, but here it is. Let's go out, find some guys and see what's happening.
This isn't actually my behind the scenes video, this is the arriving in video.
Oh, sorry. There you go. This is the arriving in Sheffield for Britain's Strongest Man 2021 video, brought to you by Auntie Liz. We're at the dinner, food, all the athletes around us, just going through the programs. We have the current Britain's Strongest Man, Adam Bishop here. Oh, I've got to sign something, 1 second.
There you go, my lovely.
Cool. There's a beardless Loz down here. I'm in the program. Beardless Loz. I was saying, we've got Scotland's Strongest Man here.
Yeah, buddy.
I always get a great picture of Andy every show.
Always posing.
Yeah.
It's good.
There's two Scottish guys over there that are not Scotland's Strongest Man.
Oh.
Them and there's a third.
It's gonna be a fun evening tonight, but all the real fun starts tomorrow.
Top 3 Magnus tomorrow. Do you have any ideas?
I actually have no idea.
Hard
There
one.
are so many names that I see in the mix. Now, if Big Tom has a good day, nothing goes wrong for him, he's got a good chance. Depends on his dumbbell. Luke, his brother, has been doing really well as well. I don't know, Hixie, Biz, yeah, it's, let me think, who should I put there?
I put Bish.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go for Biz for the win.
Is that because Liz said?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Liz. You know? Anything Liz says
Yeah, you
goes.
don't want to go with what I said.
And I would say I'm gonna go with Luke second
Luke?
and Tom third.
Interesting. Where do you think Luke beats Tom? he's giving me that look.
And the dumbbell.
Oh, in the dumbbell.
Well, you know, but Hixie is still in the mix there.
Let's remember, he is the referee, so he can make this happen.
Damn.
Best referee money can buy.
Bish, if you're watching this, you're welcome.
He's on the cover for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bish, the man to beat. He
definitely.
looks thick,
He does
powerful.
look-
And he's got an attitude and an air. He said, not just podium, top of the podium.
Bish isn't going to want to give this away.
No,
He's not gonna wanna lose his title.
He's here. He means business. I think he's coming bigger and stronger than ever.
Also, when you do it twice, you know, anyone can win something once. You do it twice, then you establish yourself as one of the best. And
Are you saying
these
that because you've won it twice?
Well, I was going to say these two have won the biggest title more than 3 times and 4 times.
But
And how many times could Kaz
just luck.
No, you can't be lucky 3 or 4 times.
No.
You can get lucky once.
Maggie, you were unlucky and it could have been 5 times, and then I would have picked you ahead of Pujanowski.
Yeah.
So at 4, you're solid in there as one of the greatest ever.
Well, it should have been more than 4, but I'll settle with that.
Do you know what's great about these old guys? They're always like, it should have been more than 4. 4 is brilliant. 3 is brilliant.
It is. It is. Kaz knows this as well. It's like it doesn't always go by plan or the way it should have been. One slip here can cost you a lot.
Absolutely. Referee doesn't give you a down signal, you're screwed.
Exactly.
Hold on a minute. I don't think he's talking about the same thing as this, Magnus.
I think I know what he's talking
I
about.
know exactly what he's talking about.
Is
Manchester.
it when he took 400 for a walk?
Was it 2017?
I was good at walking with weights, what can I say?
So you're saying his feet weren't firmly planted, and thereby he did not get the down signal, which cost him the time, the reps.
I started walking forward with a deadlift. And it wasn't a great lift.
No, to be fair, it would have been a generous
but
one
you know,
if you'd given it to him.
You've seen them given to some people sometimes. It was one of those ones.
Might
Could
not
have
have
gone
been perfect, but was pretty damn good.
Oh, it wasn't good. Like,
You would have probably gotten that with a lesser referee.
yes. that's pretty much, that's a fair, I've seen people given those lifts before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should be. I'm just, you know. Anyway, enough of me.
Well, Magnus is not going to give anything away. You got to pay him for a favorable ruling.
How much does he cost?
I'm just kidding. You can't buy him.
I was thinking of making a comeback, and
Magnus has integrity. He jokes about, fudging here and there. He's about as honest as they come. He's lived through all the injustices, and he would treat everybody the same. He said, "You can be fair to everybody."
I think you two probably know all the tricks in the book anyway, so you kind of know what to be looking out for if people are trying things.
Pretty much. I wasn't ready for the trick with these figure 8 straps getting really long, but it's been sorted.
Yeah. We need to make sure those deadlifts are proper deadlifts again.
True. I've never been a big fan of using straps. My first World's Strongest Man, there was no straps.
Yeah, that's how it should be. But what's the best trick either you've seen or you've done yourself that you got away with? You can tell us now.
Well, you know how they used to measure us up for the squats.
Yeah.
And I always knew that they were not going to go easy on it. So I always put something under my heels in the shoes, just to make me a little bit taller when they would measure me up. Just to make sure I would be on the same level as everybody else.
You sneaky.
Thought of that, Maggie. But for some reason, a roll of tape was under each one of my heels in those early 80s. I'm not sure where you figured that out, but hey, smart guys are strongmen.
Can you believe that? Brilliant.
I guess we all do little things here and there.
What have you done then, Lozzie? You can say now. The dodgiest thing you've done in competition.
I used my belt on a Conan circle before.
Yeah.
I actually started off the belt, so I was carrying it round, and then it was getting heavier, and it kind of slipped down, and then suddenly it felt quite easy.
Yeah.
And it like caught
You
into
were
my
like
belt.
on the buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like this feels way too easy. So what I did, because I knew like people would say something, I put it down in second place. Because I thought if I take first, they're all going to be really pissed off. But if I put it down in second, they won't say anything. And sure enough, I kind of got away with it.
Oh, yeah.
I won't tell you what comp it was, but it wasn't a Giants Live or World's Strongest Man.
I remember this happening at World's Strongest Man. So I've been watching the first Connor's Mill in Mauritius.
Yeah.
So I've been watching the other guys, and they had their hands on the buckle, like Flemming Rasmussen just went. So it was my turn. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. Put the buckle on. Don't have it on front. So the ref noticed it. So when it was my turn, they're like, no, you can't do that anymore. So my point was I said, all right, because Badenhorst and Kiri and were still to go. I said, okay, just make sure the guys coming after me do the same thing then. And I got really pissed off and I walked the furthest.
Magnus, weren't you coined with the phrase of, if you're not cheating, you're not trying? You just got to work smarter, not harder, right?
A lot of the times it's always a matter of, you try to find a little angle. What gives you a little edge? And it doesn't even, a lot of times, have to be much. One of the tricks that I actually learned from Douglas Edmonds, because I know he told this to another athlete. It's like you can false start slightly, you know, you can very just be on the same moment as
Go.
You've started your movement. And it's happened to me. Some guy complained. So we were doing a swimming pool event in Iceland, and then you had to jump in a pool, go and get bottles, right? So there was a complaint like that I, you know, false started. Went back on video. I moved, but I hadn't left the bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was still there.
I'd always try and go on the G of go.
Yeah.
Or like as soon as the whistle, you don't want to wait till the end of it.
No.
At the beginning.
No.
But
But you don't want to be caught false starting
Yeah.
either. So it's like just finding that, but that can give you an extra extra friction of a second.
Yeah. Interesting.
But if I'm reffing, I'll see it.
I've seen all sorts of tricks though over the years people
Yeah.
try. I saw someone try and use tacky on their hands on a grip event,
Yeah.
which actually didn't work out well for him.
No, it actually works against them.
Yeah, but I've seen.
I saw a guy take duct tape and wrap it on each finger and stick his hands in glue before the farmer's carry.
Oh my goodness.
And Webster was no less than 2 meters away, and I said, "Look what he's doing." And he said, "My vision's bad today. I can't really see it."
What?
And Jamie just kind of laughed. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
If you want to learn some tricks, check Jamie Reeves.
One of the keys to being a successful athlete is it's about the most efficient way of doing something.
Yeah.
Work smarter,
You don't. Yes.
not harder.
You don't have to be the strongest. You've got to be the best at whatever the event is that you're doing. So with a bench press, you can muscle it up, but you get guys that have a tremendous technique and learn to use every single, muscle in their back, their triceps. They can try and, get their tricep and lat connecting with each other. So you get more spring off the chest. They learn to get leg drive into it. Whereas you get some guys that are just beastly strong and they can just pump out reps. And it's impressive watching that guy, but it doesn't always mean that guy's going to win. I remember doing a Viking press against Lee Bowers. He was a good British strongman, great shoulder power, and he went and did like 10 reps, strict pressed it. And I was like, that's damn impressive. I went and did 20 reps, and I could not have done 10 strict, but I did what I had to do to win the competition. I didn't do what I had to do to show my shoulder strength. You do what you've got to do to get the best performance.
If you can use the technique, an overhead lift, if you're usually like Olympic lifters are pretty good at it, but when you give them a log or something that's more awkward, they get difficulties. But if you look at like Misha Kokliev or Raymond Bergmanis, they managed to get their Olympic lifting into strongman.
Yeah.
And did really well.
We see more of it now. The technique's got better and better.
Oh yeah.
You guys, when you were lifting, you didn't really have the opportunity to train every week on strongman kit.
No,
Because now every single gym has a log.
I didn't have any of it.
Sandy, would you ever have dreamed that Kokylaev's squat, no-handed, 300 kilos? Are you kidding me? What a master of the movements. We held on for our dear life, let alone just letting the bar rest on your back.
It's just like perfect balance. It was.
It's not as hard as you think.
No, probably not. You would have to work with it. But
The thing is, when you see someone do it, then you try it yourself. Whereas no one ever tried to do that when you were lifting. So, you think
probably
back
right
to
on
what-
that.
So curious, there was a guy that hung out with Hatfield named Tom Platz, and I stood behind him in Germany, and I looked at these 4 huge plates plus some 20s. Mathematics says it was 560. They called it 500 or 520. He did 23 reps. His first rep, perfect. His 15th rep, perfect. His 23rd rep, perfect. Were they real weights? Or were they
hell of a squat.
aluminium? His body didn't move at all. It was just picture perfect, every single sewing machine squat. I said, come on, guys. Those are fake weights. I thought everybody knew that. It was just a show. No comment?
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either.
I was 3 feet away. And I thought he was real until I realized his body didn't move. We see guys on the internet with 500 pounds for 5 reps, and they're freaking all over the place. They're fighting. He's just
Like it was.
empty bar.
Hey guys, so we've just been having a drink and we were joined by the one and only legend, that is Ben Stoltman, the father of probably the 2 most famous strongmen on the planet right now. And so you must be super proud of the boys.
The boys are doing well.
They're doing amazingly.
They're doing really good.
But you pointed out that on our head-to-head statistics that we did recently, where we had Tom being 11-10 ahead of Luke, Liz didn't realise that Tom's very first Scotland's Strongest Man, he came 5th in.
Yeah,
So they're actually 11 each, aren't they?
yeah, it's quite good. I really enjoyed the video the other night. I watched it, and so the numbers game was really good, and it was 11-10. And the thing was, Tom did a competition the year before, and he got 5th. That was his first time in Scotland, and I was thinking that Tom was going to blitz it, but it was just a young loon. And so yeah, that should have been in your.
We missed that one out. So tomorrow is like the decider.
It's 11-11, and tomorrow is the decider. Yeah, for sure.
How is it though, having 2 boys that have done so well? Because, you know, just to have one son be so successful, but you've got the world's strongest man and Europe's strongest man.
I was just talking earlier on when Luke won Scotland's Strongest Man, and he got an invite, and it was down at Gateshead.
Yeah. I remember it. Yeah.
I remember seeing you. And Eddie Hall came in from wherever he was in Worlds, and I thought, oh, Luke's going to blitz this, and he came like nowhere because he was just still maturing or whatever.
Just new to
but
it.
I mean, the boys have done so well. Well, incredibly well.
Is it hard watching them go head to head?
No.
You don't mind it?
No, I don't mind it at all. Don't mind it at all. It's nerve-wracking.
As long as one of them wins, that's all that matters.
It must be nice, Ben, to know that they have each other out there.
Man, it's so good. Like brothers, you know, you hear about families and brothers have arguments together. Tom being the youngest brother and with his autism, and he's coming good from that. And Luke being the big brother, and he feels that he has got a duty to look after the younger brother, and that's what he does. And the 2 of them together are just an amazing team.
They're a brilliant team, they really are, and they just go from strength to strength.
Yeah, for sure. It's like scary.
So you're gonna be on the edge of your seat watching tomorrow.
For sure, definitely.
Can I ask you who you think is going to win out of the 2?
Well,
If it's 11
No,
each,
you can't.
no,
I won't make you say that. No, I think it's going to be.
I just want them to do well, and that's the main thing. No injuries, do well, and try their best, which they always do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun.
it's going to be amazing.
Enjoy it.
Brilliant.
Thank you for talking to us.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you for that.
While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.